Welcome to 1000 PSTV. Zero describes the DSR as a touring enduro Energica the Experia as a sports tour. It seems that longer stages are now also possible with electric motorcycles. In the Alps, however, the many meters of altitude and tight bends demand a lot of power and therefore also a lot from the battery charge electric motorcycles in the Alps. Is that even possible? I'm not going to talk down the Energica Experia or the Zero DSRX, but I'm not going to praise them to the skies either, because there are still many hurdles to overcome with an electric motorcycle. And even if these hurdles are now lower, they are still there. The two main problems are still the limited range and the long charging time. However, one of the two electric motorcycles gets surprisingly far anyway, while the other charges faster. But one thing at a time. Basically, both bikes are good motorcycles with equally good components, although the Energica goes one step further in terms of performance. It's unbelievable how this full-grown motorcycle can be catapulted forward at 260 kilos, generating a really loud sound like a turbine and reaching speeds that would have required 4 gear changes on a normal combustion engine machine without any shifting at all. Thanks to the comparatively low center of gravity, the weight is not so bad either. Instead, the handling is pleasantly neutral, and the deceleration with the high-quality Brembo brakes is also really good. Thanks to various modes, the power can of course also be slowed down. In Eco mode, for example, it stops at 90 km per hour, and recuperation, charging the battery when you take your foot off the accelerator while driving, can also be regulated in various stages. No engine braking at all was a little strange for me, and the very harsh setting only makes sense on very steep descents, but in between everyone will certainly find what they are looking for. Although the Zero DSRX accelerates a little less brutally than the Energica, it is also excellent in its own right and all functions are just as easy and relaxed. However, the seating position on the American is a little more comfortable than on the Italian, and the brakes, although they are good, rub unpleasantly with every braking maneuver, which does not necessarily promote confidence. The handling of the Zero is not quite as agile as on the Energica, although this is also due to a certain extent to the front tires in 120/70/19. Instead, the Experia relies on a more lively 120/70/17 front wheel. If you want to call a full-blown sports tourer lively at all, like the Energica, the Zero also has several modes that can be used to reduce the power delivery and increase the range. And increasing the range is also important on the Zero, because the range is nowhere near as good as on the Energica. In addition, the percentages still available decrease much faster towards the end than at the beginning, which makes the Energica more homogeneous. At the end of the day, with a lot of changes to the setup, but with a rather sporty, unreasonable riding style, we managed just under 180 kilometers with the Zero and almost 220 kilometers with the Energica. However, this was in the Alps over mountain passes, which clearly drained the battery more than rides with more straights in the flatlands. So there's a lot more in terms of range, and many a day tourists will now have to admit that their usual tours could easily be done with the Energica or the Zero. As the Zero obviously needs to be at a charging station during the tour, it at least has the advantage of being able to be recharged more quickly using the quick charging system. This doesn't take as long as with the Energica. I was really surprised by both electric motorcycles, not only by the decent, in the case of the Energica downright brute acceleration, but also by the simple and reliable operability without any clutch lever or foot shift. Even in terms of range, both bikes proved me wrong. Even in the demanding and battery-sucking Alps, ranges of over 200 kilometers are possible with a very sporty riding style. That would certainly be enough for some leisure riders on their day trip. The only downer is the high purchase price, with the Energica costing just under 5,000 euros more than the Zero. Conclusion on the Energica Experia 2023. The Energica Experia makes traveling on electric motorcycles seem within reach. It is a fairly mature, practical touring motorcycle, still at a relatively high price and with potential for improvement here and there, but all in all, a potent exclamation mark. Conclusion on the Zero DSRX 2023. The Zero DSRX has the potential to make electric motorcycles attractive to a wider audience. Its riding characteristics deserve high praise. The power is sensational and the range is absolutely suitable for everyday use. It is easy to imagine that some touring enduro riders could become weak after a test ride. Zero has delivered a great success here. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please leave us a like and subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions, please leave us a comment. We'll try to answer everything. See you soon.